What is up the Steam blockchain? Today I want to talk about the move towards a zero marginal cost society, basically. And basically what it means is zero marginal cost. So the cost of goods and services is getting very, very close to free in most cases. So the two things still that has some form of cost, of course, is energy and buying some food and mainly shelter, let's say. So those are three areas that are still sort of out there. We haven't really reduce the price massively on those key areas, but when you do, we're really gonna feel an interesting time, basically. But so we have all this interesting technology coming out as renewable energy, and take the internet for example, how when you digitize everything, it even further improves the zero marginal cost society. How, for example, text knowledge is very close to zero marginal cost now, that there really is, like, everything is really there, like it's just one tap away, or maybe not even one tap away, but just one swipe away. It is so, the accessibility is so easy that you don't even have to think about knowledge. If you need some quick knowledge, you can just open a little thing and you have it in 2 seconds. And it doesn't have to be a specific knowledge thing, because everything is sort of just like bits and atoms. Everything is sort of tightly connected in many ways. So you're just getting one small little piece, you sort of got the whole piece, I think. And so knowledge heading to that direction, but I think that most things are heading towards a real-time accessibility world where anything you want you can get on day one. There's no need for jump through hoops or anything. Even I've seen job opportunities can come up as ads already on easy today. Even maybe sometimes I think that you probably just gonna think about or thought about a job, and it's gonna access it, or it's gonna be in front of your eyes eventually, because of machine learning, deep learning, all these things. And I don't think that has to be bad, right? So the internet, it digitizes everything: communication, zero marginal cost, information, data in general. And a big thing that we've been seeing lately now, obviously, is the monetary system becoming tokenized, which means that the monetary value is also going to hit zero marginal cost. Like, what does it cost to make a graphene blockchain that still produce massive value to people? It still has real value at zero marginal cost. This is a new way of looking at things, basically. It really is a new way of looking at things. And let's take even that people can look smart with their brain at the moment. When artificial intelligence comes out, it's gonna do all the brain intelligence. It's gonna do all the intellect tasks. It's going to be able to do videos, simulate videos. It's going to be able to write all the content. It's going to be able to be the artist. It's going to be able to do all these things that we think only a human can do, or that a human being has to be behind this. But those things can be automated, which means that artists, video, content creator, music, all this is going to be zero marginal cost. It's already close to free. You have access to millions of songs for almost like zero marginal cost, extremely low fee, and PDFs, of course, is also just a few Google clicks away from you to be able to access that. So what you can say is that our smartphones are sort of going to hit this level of peak performance where there's really no need to get more, extract more, let's say, value, because it's hitting this peak where humans even sometimes can go away from technology, or just put it down, because you can really see that you get all that you need for the moment, and there really is no need for more, right? So then it all becomes about humans enhancing their competence and just capability in life. And I sort of feel that eventually, just thanks to automation movement, we are going to not even have to use interfaces. Don't have to use these screens or smartphones, laptops, computers, TV screens, whatever. We're not even going to have those screens where we look at to sort of like scan for the value. There's really not going to be any need when we can transcend the value automation system to basically to the cloud, which is going to be pretty amazing. This also has some, you could say, perhaps downsides in many ways, that, or it's actually not a downside, but it's just a fact that when people can get access to knowledge for zero marginal cost, there really is not even going to be a need to earn, let's say, ad revenue. There really is not going to be any need for that, because the value that you're going to get, even though you can get that value, let's say, what are you going to spend it on? What are you going to spend it on if everything's like zero marginal cost? Yeah, you can buy some food, you can buy some more energy. If you really need some more energy, you can buy that too. But let's look at, eventually we're going to even get houses 3D printed. We're going to get cars 3D printed. It's actually going to be automated, but you can see that all the physical stuff, all the material stuff, even all the digital stuff, if you hit that at zero marginal cost, you get a pretty interesting effect where, why would you even need value, right? Why would you even need value? Like, what is the advantage that you can buy with it? You may say, okay, experiences, but people are just going to buy a virtual reality headset, and that's going to go down in price as well. And the cost of experiences is going to go down as well. So there really is not going to be any exclusive, let's say, experience that another person cannot have. But in many ways this is also good, because you can sort of remove, let's say, people very skeptical about some other people. I think you can develop deeper trust in relationships when this is hitting the market much more. But it's also going to take a different perspective from humans in where they're investing the energy into. That we are investing so much energy right now into learning. We're investing a lot of energy into the intellect and information and data. That is sort of going to be a waste in many ways, because that's going to be automated, right? That whole industry is going to be automated. So the only thing sort of we have to do is enhancing our capabilities and our competence, and basically see what we want to create in this world. What kind of reality do we want to create? That is, and basically push energy into that direction. And that means that it has to be some task that it has to be a task that not a data processing engine can automate. because then they're just going to replace us, right? But if we just work on our competence and our capabilities and daily improve on that, that is basically intelligence that is beyond data, basically. Intelligence beyond data. It's not tied in memory. It's just pure intelligence. If we invest into that capability and become more capable there, grow our competence there, that's going to be great. Now, of course, we cannot predict the future, or we can like try to look at all data, but then that's a flaw, that we only have a limited amount of data, and if we just try to project then what's going to happen in the future, it's going to be based on limited data. So we don't really know what a human is capable of in terms of like if they really grow, if they don't try to compete, if they really just grow their competence and capabilities. We don't really know how amazing what can happen to society if everyone is basically empowering themselves in this very strong way. We don't know really what can happen, like how amazing society we can have, but just if we just consider it, if everyone did it, empower themselves, work on their competence, capabilities daily, I think that we would get a pretty interesting society eventually. I love this zero marginal cost movement, basically. I think it's going to be great for everyone, and it's nice. I mean, I see people do physical labor and many are not really happy, so it's going to be great that our jobs is basically going to be taken away. Like, this is something that we've been striving towards for thousands and thousands of years, and we finally sort of replaced most physical jobs with machine, and now we can like replace all the brain intellect jobs also with robots and AI. And it's kind of funny in many ways because you cannot really look cool by stuff you get, let's say. You can't really look cool or unique because everyone else can also get access to that fairly easy. Like, ownership becomes less important because it's all about accessibility. Another person can get it the same day, which is very, very funny in many ways, because all the middle managers, all the gateway keepers, we really don't need it anymore, right? And this obviously breaks limits. It frees up humans. It frees up humans if you remove the middlemen, the gateway keepers, and all that, and let's just let human creativity run wild. I think that is going to be a very interesting society, a very, 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 very interesting society, based on, as I talked about in the past, social capital, that the trust and relationships becomes the new cool, let's say. Yeah, I want to live in that kind of world, and we're moving there fairly fast, right? Which is very, very interesting. Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about it. I'm probably going to talk more about it in the future. Have an awesome day. Stay blockchain. Bye bye.